praying and whatever, you will realize that faith is far more beyond just believing. Faith without works actually does not exist. So there is a working side of faith. There is the implementation side of faith that I want us to be focusing on the subject of leadership. I want to start by proposing to us what I call the one great success formula. The one great success formula. You will have to use your mind more than your heart for the now. This one great success formula is the heart, head, hands connection. The heart, head, hands connection. Say the words. The heart, head, hands connection. If there is an alignment amongst the three, you are guaranteed success. And this is how it works. You have to conceive success in your heart, then comprehend it in your head, and then commit it to your hands. If you want to succeed at any project, at any adventure, you must first conceive it in your heart and then comprehend it in your head and then commit it to your hands. But there is a problem with us Christians. We are good at the heart level. And we often skip the head element. Rush to the hands, and it doesn't work. In Proverbs 23:7, the Bible says, as a man thinks in his heart. That suggests that we have what we call a heart mind before the head mind. Hello? As a man thinks in his heart. Actually, by the way, research has just revealed that there is more electric activity in the heart muscle than there is in the brain muscle. There's a lot of thinking going on in your heart. As a man thinks in his heart, referring to the spirit, so is he. But I want us to read Psalms 139 verse 14. You don't have to, you know it very well. David speaks from the heart and he says the following: I shall praise thee, O Lord, for I am fearfully and wonderfully made, and thine works are marvelous. Then he continues to make an important phrase, which is the most important phrase as far as I'm concerned in that verse. And he says, and my soul knows that right well. And my soul, which is the seat of your intellect, emotion, and will, and my mind knows that right well. Which means it is possible for your heart to know it, but your head does not know it. You may think so in your heart, but do you think so in your head? Until your head yields to your heart, there will never be magic in your life. I want you to walk with me because this is a very critical element. That which you have conceived in your heart, you must comprehend it in your head. As a man thinks in his heart, so is he. I want to suggest that as a man thinks in his head, so he does. Hello? Because you see, the hands do not take instructions from the heart. The hands take instructions from the head. That is why you will be interested in Proverbs 21 verse 25. It says, the hand or the desire of a lazy person kills him because his hands refuse to work. The hands can refuse to work when they are instructed by the heart. They dance to the music of the head. Your problem is you believe it in your heart, but your mind does not think so. So there's a battle between your heart and your head. And that's what the Bible calls it, a double-minded person. The heart mind and the head mind, if they are not aligned, you are double-minded. And a double-minded person gets nothing from God. There will be no fruits of your faith because it is half faith. You are full of faith when your mind accepts what your heart has believed. By the way, your heart is so well, you don't even need a teacher. The Bible says the laws of God are written in your heart. You don't even need a teacher. But you know what? You need a teacher to convince your head that your heart is right. This whole convention has nothing to do with your heart. We came here to convince our hearts that what God has already written in our hearts is correct. Your problem is your head. Let me say it again. As a man thinks in his heart, so is he. As a man thinks in his head, so he does. You will attend convention after convention after convention. If your head does not yield to your heart, your hands will refuse to work.